You're listening to The Morning Takeover with Wisdom's Daughter and James Mack on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Breaking news, current events, and trending stories on The Morning Takeover at 9. You're listening to The Morning Takeover with Wisdom's Daughter and James Mack on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Breaking news, current events, and trending stories on The Morning Takeover at 9.
And good morning to all of you on this, the 5th day of July, the day after firecrackers and M80s and all kinds of things that were going on. There were so many firecrackers and fireworks going on. People were enjoying themselves, and barbecue and matching outfits, red, white, and blue, and stars and stripes, and celebrating Independence Day on yesterday. It was really a wonderful day, and this is the day after that we have. I'd like to welcome all of our wonderful listeners that have gotten up with me and said, shook off their entertainment and their beverages that they've had. I ain't gonna say what kind of beverages that y'all had. I know y'all had some, but welcome to the morning takeover. The show is on. This is your station for inspiration and information, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I'm James Mack, and Wisdom's daughter, she's off this week on a much needed rest that she needs. Hey, Wisdom, how you doing? Wisdom was at, I think she was at Six Flags or something, enjoying herself. See, I would have had to have, I've been in trouble, all those roller coasters and things like that. I enjoyed them as a young man, but now, I don't know, they got all kind of things that'll make you go loop de loop and upside down. I'd like to say hello to everyone that's in the chat. Hey, good morning, Yvonne Moore. How are you in Chicago? That's my dear friend. To Sharon Reed, we're still uh, uh, praying for your father. Hopefully, he's doing well, and for your son. Your son's a pastor, Pastor Anthony Reed. We want to say hey to him, to my dear friend over in Shelby County in the Memphis area, Tricia Henderson, who's has a great organization called Sister to Sister. She reaches out to those women in the inner city that have problems with addiction. We all have some people in our families that do. And Trisha, I thank you very much. To Sean, that's up there in the western suburbs up there in Illinois, we say hi to you. And to my dear, dear, dearest friend, one of my dear friends, Miss Karen Cox. Hey, good morning to all of you. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. Hey to Ida McCrae, my mother. She's on her way back. She's listening uh, via YouTube, and they're listening on their way back from a great celebration that they had in Chicago with my family. I wanted to say hi to all of them, those of them that got up and that were awake. And I want to say hello to our chat. Hey, June. Uh, June's poetry is there, and CP the trucker. CP the trucker. Okay, all right. It took a little time out to come with us, and all of you that are here, and those of you that haven't came in yet, y'all come on in, and we're simulcasting on YouTube to our wonderful WKRA family. I hope that all of our staff and our wonderful leader, Miss Autry, Raven Autry, is working hard. And trying to make sure that we get everything out. And us seniors need love too, Zen Soul. And all of you all that are here, it's good to have you here on this great morning. Now we're going to get to some of our our forecasts today. Of course, yesterday was a scorcher. I mean, you're talking about hot. It was really hot. We had a heat advisory, but the temperature is down. a little bit, so we're going to be able to have some comfortable weather on today. Today, we're going to have clouds early with partial sunshine is expected late in the day. A stray shower or two or thunderstorm is possible, and it will be higher around again 90 and above. So it's going to be feeling like we almost at 100 almost. So don't worry. Y'all stay hydrated and cool. And tonight we'll have a few clouds in the area from time to time, and the low will be around 67 with the winds coming out of the north at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And right now, it's 73 in Horn Lake, 72 in Oxford, and it's 73 at WKRA over in Holly Springs in the Memphis area. Uh, it's warming up a little bit, folks. Well, let's get down to business. All right, you celebrated this wonderful holiday that we call uh, the 4th of July, Independence Day. Say, can you see by the dawn's early light? I'm not going to go through all of that and sing it. America, America, God sheds his grace on thee. And we celebrated and enjoyed, and fireworks and great company. People flew in from all over the country or drove in or rode in, however they got to our destinations. And we take this time to be with our family and friends. Just, out of a few times that we have holidays, we come. And this was a major one because, everybody gets together. Kids are out of school. They ready to roll and they ready to travel. And I'd like to say good morning. Who said that? Hey, now, good morning to you. I'd like to say hello to everybody that's here and that's taking out your time to be with us in the morning. Yeah, we've been celebrating and enjoying, and like I said, the barbecue and the fireworks and the beverages, the spades and bid whist games that were going on, and all these things that were happening, and we just celebrating our wonderful, wonderful country. And I'm of the opinion that this may be, I don't know, this may be the last time. Y'all, I hope you got your fun in because from the way it looks, and if those people get their opportunity and a chance, this may be our last celebration as we know it. Because this country, as we know it, to bringing in freedom and all of the advancements that we have, will be over. Lady BB's here. Hey there, that's my friend. How are you over in New York? I just wanted to say hi. I had to take out time, make sure I say hello to you, Lady BB. Everybody's still talking about you and your commentary that you gave to us early in the week. But do you know something? I was just sitting there and I was observing and uh, just thinking. And as I was sitting there, and I didn't play any cards or anything, I did eat a lot. I had wonderful meal and things like that. And I just thought about it. I said, man, you know something? We're on the brinks of not being able to have the freedoms that we so greatly enjoy. And you say, why are you harping on this? Why? We just got to eat in our families here. And now we got to hear about this. I'm going to drill it. I'm going to continue to let you know that you can continue to celebrate, continue to party, continue to think that this country is stable and that it's going to be like this next year. I'm here to tell you folks that it may not be what you think that it would be. We might not be celebrating like we celebrated on yesterday. You might not even celebrate. You might have to work or you might have to do something or get around or whatever. But really, do you really? I want you to ask yourself this question this morning. Are we getting ready to enter into another phase of our living here as a nation under a king? The king was coronated this week. Supreme Court said that the king or the president has every right to do in his official duties anything. That he, meaning he has total immunity in his official acts. What's an official act? I don't know. It could be anything. He could be coming after me, saying, "I'm going to find that fella and that's talking all that stuff and called me orange and my face orange and my hair orange." Talked about what I'm doing. I'm going to find James Mack, that man on the street. I'm gonna take him off the street, and make him do hard labor. Well, he's gonna have a hard time with that because they got to find out where my layer is and my orange crate that I sit on in the dungeon. And you ain't gonna. I ain't scared of you. I ain't gonna hide from you or anything like that. But our liberties are at stake. And all the celebration, all of the fanfare that's been going on and on and on and on and on and on and on, will we be celebrating our independence? I want you to think about this. Really seriously think about. I know you wasn't ready for this. Y'all go get you a cup of coffee or do something to wake up and go in, put some cold water on your face because I got some. I really want to have a discussion with you today. In the chat, I have the link to our show, and for those of you, I want to hear as we have our discussion this morning. I want to hear from you. I want you to open up your mouth and say something. Don't be hiding in the bushes and hiding and wondering, and typing behind the keyboard or something. People need to hear what you have to say. We are at a brinks. Come November, if things don't go well and 180 days into the new administration, they got something called Project 2025. To Cookie, y'all know who Cookie is from Empire. Miss Taraja P. Henson. She was on the BET Awards, and if you haven't seen that clip, I don't have it here available. I'm still trying to work the controls like I need to work them. It's not that I can't. I just didn't load it in. She said something that was real important, and maybe y'all will hear Cookie. Cookie says, y'all don't think that this thing is serious. I mean, before a worldwide audience, everybody was shaking and twerking, got their blue and the orange hair and all that other stuff that they was doing, and they cool. They got all kind of money and everything, and they just just fabulous. Just everybody just fabulous. Everybody making money, getting awards and everything, and their accolades. And she turned around and turned out this award show by simply saying, folks, if you don't think this 2025 Project 2025 is for real, you're in trouble. And I know everybody looking around because most of them probably was had them some spirits in them and had them a little bit of something in them, and they said, what is she talking about? And that's the problem today. We don't know what's going on. I mean, right in front of our noses, they got a 920-page document outlining what this, hopefully what they think a new Republican Party is going to look like and what the new president is going to be doing. And this is their plan. They say, we're not going to hide nothing from you. We're going to tell you exactly what we're getting ready to do. Black people, people that look like me, I'm not trying to shame anybody, but our community, we're the ones that have the problem. Because what you think, the way that we live today, the freedoms and the liberties that we live today, according to this Project 2025, we're going to be, it's going to be some things going on. Let me bring you back up to speed, and you can say what you want to say. I got a message from a guy that said, James, you said, but why you always talking about politics? And you talking about the man hair, and you talk, well, he do got orange hair and he got orange makeup on because he ain't got no color. He got to create his own color and everything. And he's sitting around there looking funny and stuff like that, like the Bozo the Clown person. And now Bozo, I wouldn't even put Bozo in. I like Bozo back in the day, and he don't know. But this is the Heritage Foundation. This is a think tank, a group of people, rich people, conservative. That's what they call themselves. So those of you that were traditional Republicans, that had your traditional values, your party has went crazy. Dr. Frankenstein monster has breaking loose. Y'all created this monster. Republicans, y'all created this monster. Y'all created him and y'all made him and y'all brought everything that is evil together and put him in a package and wrapped him up and presented him before the people, and he got hypnotic powers that he Got almost half the nation saying we'll obey you. That's not good enough. The Heritage Foundation got together with this think tank and they got some people together to come up with this manifesto. And it outlines exactly what they feel the next administration, they calling it a man with the orange hair administration is going to look like. And this doesn't include the policy proposals that they got against immigration, the educational proposal, the economic plan, how you gonna spend your money. You ain't gonna be able to go to the mall and to the store like you want to and ride in them nice cars and all the stuff that you're trying to do. And you ain't gonna be able to do it. I said what I said is here. Let me tell y'all about her. I'm gonna get back into doing what I'm gonna say today. I listen. I want to thank her very much. I'm gonna bring you up in the chat. You got to come on up here in the chat, and you gotta. I want you to come on, and I want you to participate with me today and be part of the show. Now, Raven. Uh, uh, that's my boss over there. She said, "Now, James, you be nice to the people and everything." And wisdom, I can't. I miss you terribly. I want you to come, but I just need me a little company today. So I said what I said. I put it in the chat. You come on up in here, and I want to ask you to do something for me. I need your assistance. I'm of the opinion, folks, that we are asleep at the wheel. Everything is going on and things are happening right up under our noses. And I don't think that we really see or understand what's happening. Somebody said we hoodwinked and bamboozled and led astray. And they're trying their best with this manifesto, telling us, Lady BB, they telling us, Yvonne, they're telling us, I said what I said, they're telling us, June, they're telling us, folks, that it's about to be some changes around here. No more president. Oh my goodness, no more president. It will be a king. We will be in the kingdom of mega. If I'm saying it right, I don't care if I'm not saying it right. That's what I think. It's a MAGA, it's a maggots, or whatever the case may be. When you getting ready to change this country into yeah, we were celebrating yesterday. Oh man, we was doing the food, the ball, popping firecrackers and doing everything. We got a budget for firecrackers. Some people spent $1,000 on, had a garbage can full of them, just shooting them all everywhere. I'm not saying that we wasn't supposed to celebrate, but are we going to be able to celebrate like we were celebrating this year? Are we going to have that same opportunity next year? Let's not even go to next year because Christmas is coming. Now, the evangelicals say that they want us to be like them, and the white supremacists say they want us to be like them. This is what the manifesto says. 920 pages of this says that this is our goal, but there's something behind it. Always the devil is in the details. And it says we're going to restore the family as the centerpiece of American life and protect our children. Sounds good. Oh, yeah, it sounds great. Sounds great. I want my family to be protected. I want us to sit down and we need to go sit down and have dinner together, and I can go to the park and I can do the things that I want to do and all those things. I want to be able to have fun and enjoy myself and enjoy life and everything. But with this plan coming into effect, our way of life that we know what our grandparents and our parents and how you growed up, you're in trouble. Generation X, Y, Z, there ain't no more alphabets, so it's going to be some numbers. I guess it's going to be X1, Y2, or whatever the case may be. They going out of, y'all are in trouble because the way y'all going around and you got your friends. We're marrying who we want to marry. I'm not against anybody marrying who they want to marry and loving who they want to love. I'm not. I'm not upset with you. But according to this here manifesto says that they're going to disseminate and dismantle, not disseminate, they're going to dismantle the administrative state and return self-governance to the American people. Let me set something straight for those of you all that look like me, meaning chocolate. I was in the toaster a little longer. The good Lord just left me there for a minute. He said, I just want you to be, a little, get you a little color in you. You ain't got to wear makeup and darken yourself and stuff like that. We're the ones that this is not for. When we were brought over here on those ships and on the good ship, there's a ship it was called Jesus, but it's called the good ship Jesus and I'm not mocking the Lord. He is my savior. Everybody that know me, since y'all know me on the radio, know where I stand with what I believe. I sure enough believe it, and I trust the Lord and Savior that I have. I'm not knocking anybody that believes any other kind of way. I speak for me. And they had this ship that come over with the slaves, and they went down in the Caribbean first, Haiti and Puerto Rico and all that. That's where them dark people come down there. Well, no, and they had dark people look just like me. There's some Mexicans that look just like me, speak the language. There's some French and other people of other nationalities that look just like me down there in the Caribbean. So Columbus decides to take a trip north of the Caribbean and come to a land right there at Florida at that little tip. And everybody say that this Italian Jack, he discovered America. America was already here. America did not need to be discovered. It was already here. But they say Columbus, he discovered it, and they brought all of their goodies, and then they got with the natives that were here, that really owned everything. I mean, and that this was their land. Oh, they brought them some sugar and some muskets and all these other things, and they brought, not only that, they brought disease with them, smallpox and other diseases, them European diseases. They brought them over here, and then they ran these people out of their land. Not just then when Columbus came here and caused all kind of confusion. They got the Native Americans and the cowboys and was fighting. That's where we get the cowboys and the Indians from. And those settlers, they said, we taking this land. It's too precious. It's rich. We're going to take everything west of these colonies that they built. They had 13 original colonies. I'm just trying to give you a little background on where we are, because they are not going to tell you what's going on and everything. So before I get into all of that and give y'all the history, I want y'all to go get your coffee, your milk, your cereals, and everything. Get you something to snack on or something like that. Get comfortable and fasten your seatbelt, because we're getting ready to take a ride. This is the Morning Takeover on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I'm James Mack, your host. Wisdom's daughter is taking the rest. I imagine she's listening to like, oh boy, here we go. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. Get yourself prepared. This ride is getting ready to take off, but we're going to do a station ID and do a break, and we'll be right back.
Wisdom's Daughter and James Mack are dominating the airways with the Morning Takeover on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Would you like to advertise your business on the radio? We're seeking sponsors for the Morning Takeover. Space is limited, so act now. Send an email to morningtakeoverjw@gmail.com for more information. You're listening to The Morning Takeover with Wisdom's Daughter and James Mack on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Butters and Black Soap offers high-quality, handcrafted butters, black soaps, and oils made with all-natural ingredients that improve the appearance of hair, skin, and nails. Try Butters and Black Soap's amazing collection of African black soaps sourced from Ghana and infused with ingredients such as turmeric, oatmeal, sea moss, coconut milk, activated charcoal, and more to promote healthy-looking skin. Say goodbye to dry, cracked skin with the Sea Moss Body Cream by Butters and Black Soaps. This non-greasy formula will leave your skin soft and supple. If you want to achieve a natural, healthy glow, try one of their whipped shea butters. Indulge in the luxurious feel of African black soaps and more by Butters and Black Soap. Shop now at www.butters, the letter N, blacksoap.com. Use custom code WISDOM for a 15% discount. Shop now. You're listening to The Morning Takeover with Wisdom's Daughter and James Mack on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Breaking news, current events, and trending stories on The Morning Takeover at 9.
And we're back, and took that little break. Hopefully, everybody has gotten their goodies and got your coffee. Hey, Alice, Alice, blessed child of God. I feel you. I feel you. I'm blessed too. I'm a child of God too. It just seems like sometimes we uh we don't know what's getting ready to happen these days. Listen, Butters and Black Soap is a real product. I've heard rave reviews. I have yet to get my order. It's coming. I know that it is. Listen. Support businesses that are really beneficial and good for you. These soaps are all natural and they're made with real tender love and care. They smell great. They say they smell great, and they got that lavender, and then they got all those essential oils and all those things. So you go to those department stores and you listen to people, and they say that they got something for you. For people like me now, I really need something because I look like some days when I get out of the shower, I look like I could been dumped in flour or something like that. But they got something that's gonna grease me up and make me shine like new money. And I'm just grateful that there are natural products that are out there, and there are products that are beneficial to our skin tone and skin color. And if you want to try them, all you all support that sponsor, Butters and Black Soap. I want to know what you think. I want to hear what you got to say. I told y'all to put your seatbelts on and get ready for a ride. I want to bring in right now the person that's my guest host on today on our last day of the week of broadcast. I had to have her because yesterday she really was doing good. My dear friend and broadcast sister. I said what I said. Are you there? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Good morning, James. I am here. Good morning.
Okay. See, they didn't know I was gonna I was gonna pull out the rabbit out the hat, as they say. I thank you for coming on and being so gracious to be here with us on this morning. And I know you've been listening to me talk all this stuff I was talking, but I had a concern uh, last night, and I was sitting there after we were celebrating and everything. Did you have a good Fourth of July?
I did. I was with family, and we had a very nice 4th of July. And hopefully we'll get
Do
to
you
have
play?
one next year.
What do you play? Spades or bid whist? What you do?
Spades and dominoes.
You hit them balls on the all that, and they get deep when it gets to domino. Wham, boom, bam. You say, okay, what's going on? And with spades and things, I'm a spade player, and you can pop cards and stuff like that. Pow, and you talk all that. I like talking garbage too, especially when you got a Boston in your hand and everything. I hope you had a wonderful holiday, but I got something on my mind, and I want you to consider and think about it too, and give your input on what's going on. This 2025 project really has me concerned, and it got me concerned. I said it has me concerned to the point that I think people are asleep at the wheel. These people have come up with this whole manifesto, 920 pages. I know I've said it again and again. Yes, it is 920 pages. Y'all download your music, y'all download games and all that stuff. And, save some of that data and download and read what these people are getting ready to do. I talked about how they're gonna just dismantle the administrative ways that have been done. They're gonna, and then they also, this is what really makes me kind of cringe a little bit. They say we're going to defend our nation's sovereignty and borders and boundaries against global threats. And this here really gets me because they got to throw something like this for the religious people. And I'm not talking about anybody that goes to their various houses of worship, but they got to give you a hook to get you in. They said, and to make it sound good to you. When you got, well, we used to have, my mama used to call him the flim flam man or the confidence man. He'd come around, he can talk you out of your check and out of your your living. I don't know why I'm bringing old stuff back. I said what I said. It says here, it says that they're going to secure our God-given individual right to live freely, what our Constitution calls the blessing of liberty. Now, I was trying to explain to people that the Constitution and the founding of this country did not include black people. I'm just going to tell you the truth and just give it to you. It was not designed for black people, people of color, and immigrants and people like that that have come that don't look like the Anglo-Saxons. I'm saying it right, y'all correct me. It wasn't designed for us. So they saying, in essence, we getting ready to take this joke over. We about tired of our population going down. Y'all marrying and our daughters and our son. I'm just telling the truth. They really want a white superior race. I'm just telling the truth. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like some Hitler Nazi stuff to me. What do you think about that, my sister?
Absolutely, James. That's exactly what they're trying to do. And don't forget, women wasn't included in the Constitution either. They was just thinking about white men,
Mm-hmm.
because remember, women were citizens, but they wasn't really recognized. The white women wasn't, and it wasn't until women's lib until they, started making some noise and got the right to vote. Because in the beginning, nobody could vote; only white men could vote, because the slaves were considered property and women was just considered women, but we still didn't have the right to vote. And you're absolutely right about everybody being asleep. I don't think that people are. I think they understand what is going on, but there's no sense of urgency about it. When I was at the when I was with my family yesterday, as with everybody's family, a lot of people in our families don't get into politics. They don't get involved, and they don't hardly vote or what have you. But I was very surprised that the subject came up, and I didn't bring it up, because I said I was just gonna, enjoy the 4th of July and not talk about anything serious or politics or anything. But my family actually brought it up, and I was very surprised. Even the young kids, the ones that were like 21 and over, they were like, we all gonna have to vote, y'all. We all gonna have to vote. And it actually surprised me that they were even talking about that. So I think people is aware, but I don't think that they totally know about the 2025 project and what's entailed with it. And I just feel like it's kind of early because let's just be real, people really don't get involved until August or September. And that's when everything started really blowing up as far as politics. And that's when people start waking up and being aware of what's going on with the candidates. But I think the Democratic Party is being too quiet about it also. I don't feel like it's being put out there enough for people to be aware of what Project 2025 is about. Um,
Yeah.
that project 2025, like you said, they always have to find a villain to be mad at so that they can carry forth of what their plans really are. So it's the
Right.
immigrant, it's the Democrats and the LGBT people. You know, they always got to find a villain so that they can, get done what they're trying to get done.
Yeah, because I'm looking at um, my research and my notes, and they're really saying, they say that the rest of this 900, I had just read a brief outline of some takeaways from it, and this Heritage Foundation, and I got to do more work on this because I'm going to really, really bring it to the forefront about who these people are. They says that these people says that the rest of the documents sketch out the details about how the next Republican. They ain't said nothing about the Democrats. So I guess we doomed as Democrats. I ain't through with you, Democratic Party. You're asleep. You're asleep at the wheel, and then you think that people are going to. This is the mistake that they make. They're taking it for granted. I said what I said, and I think you'll understand where I'm coming from. We've been voting as a people, as a race of people, as a people. We've been voting Democrats since the late '50s and the early and into the '60s. It used to be a time because of Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. Most people in the South and most black people were a part of the Republican Party until Mr. Johnson, the president, after President Kennedy came out and said we're going to pass the Civil Rights Bill and the Voting Rights Bill, and the Dixiecrats, as they call them, those the Southern Democrats, said, "Hey, look here, we ain't going for it." And we're not trying to have it, and so forth and so on. So as black people became Democrats, those Dixiecrats, those white Democrats, they changed and ran over to the conservative party called the Republican Party. God help us, because they're up to something. And you were right too. Not only was the Constitution not including people of color and so forth, it women had a problem. White women couldn't vote. It was a man's world, and but it wasn't like James Brown said we can do nothing about without a woman. Because the woman is the queen. If there's no the most powerful piece on the chessboard, I said what I said, is the queen. Without the queen, there is no kingdom. So I think that the black woman and the women around this country are going to be the ones that's going to be our saving grace with all of the things they trying to tell you what to do with your body. They trying to tell you you can't have choices, which you have they say life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, meaning that you got a free will to do that and to live in the comforts according to your understanding of what you want your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness to be. Not just, and like I said, the women's rights movement, they didn't have black women in there until Mary McLeod Bethune and her organization, the Council of Negro Women, had got with Eleanor Roosevelt to really put them on the forefront, because black women couldn't vote either, even after the white women had the right to vote. And uh, this Constitution was not designed for us. So help me out. I want you to dig into that a little bit more. I said what I said, and tell us what your feelings are about and what you remember and how you know how that piece of history has been.
Absolutely, James, because like I said, women wasn't considered. They wasn't considered in the Constitution. The Constitution was just made for white men, and they intended to rule, over everyone. And thank God for the women's lib. I mean, not women's lib, but for the women that in what was it, in the 1920s, when they started
Yeah, back
was
in the
able to
20s.
vote. I believe it was in the 20s, and then like you said, the black women were able to vote, what, in the 40s, I believe, 30s or 40s is when the black women became, was able to vote. And so
Yes.
I feel like that's what they're trying to take us back to. They're trying to take us back. Everything that we've achieved and accomplished, they're trying to roll it back and make the white men continue to still be in charge. And I really don't understand what the problem is, because if you look at Congress, Congress is what, 90%, 95% white men. And I don't have the actual statistic because I haven't looked that portion of it up. But if you look at Congress, Congress is mostly white men. You have a few women sprinkled in, and you have a few people of color sprinkled in. But the majority of Congress is white men. They're still in charge. Most of our presidents have been white men. So I don't understand what the fear is. You're still in charge. You still control everything. If you look at every state, it's mostly white men running all of the states, and they're just trying to hold on to that power by any means
Oh
necessary.
man, let me take the cameras off.
Right. Well, I think, and you said, and what you said is right. I like your name, how you said that. I'm one day you're going to tell me your real name. Don't do it on the air. We ain't trying to do all that. Let people be harassing you and talking about you because you have great views. But you're right. I mean, there are things and people that don't understand. First of all, the struggle that we went through. First of all, as a race of people, black people. And listen, I got our friend from New York, Lady BB, is on also with us. I said what I said. You stand right there. You with me, Lady BB. Say hello and good morning. Hello. Come on, Lady BB. Come on in now. I got you here.
Take your mic off of mute.
Okay.
Mute.
Please,
Is
yeah.
she
Take
on
your
mute?
mic off of mute. Yeah. Take it. You, did you unmute yourself? Okay. I'm waiting for you to come in now. I want you to come in. All right. Well, we'll get it together.
Okay.
Hello, say something. Are you there, Lady BB? Okay, we'll get her back in a
Okay,
little bit. All
Lady
right, go ahead, go
BB.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Let me explain to her.
Help
Lady BB,
help her out. Yeah, help her out.
if you have a lot of apps open, go out, close out all your apps, especially if you have other StreamYard apps, close all of those out, and then come back up, and you should be able to speak. Because sometimes if you have too many apps, that's what was taking me so long, James. I had to get out on all of these apps, and I had to get a cup of coffee.
Yeah. Okay, that's I had to. I was up early this morning, and I was really like, I had to say something, because I couldn't let this day go by. Now, I kind of let people alone. I know y'all enjoyed yourself. I'm not trying to ruin your holiday season, but folks, what you celebrate now, you might not be able to celebrate come next year. And not just that, look at what's going on. If we sit home, if people sit home today, out of all the advancements, out of all of the achievements that have been made by black people, I'm talking to our people now, the black people that look like me. Forgive me for those of you that may not look like that. I'm not making excuses for anybody. We already have it hard. We're trying to fight out. We just fighting our way, being able to sit next to you and eat at the same places and go party with you. And we feel, folks feel kind of good that, oh, we mixing together. We can marry each other. It was against the law for people of other races to marry each other. And because they said that the blood ain't going to be pure, all this old foolishness that they are bringing this back up again. The evil has raised its head again. They said not only that, uh, I said what I said. They didn't. That they said also in this crazy manifesto. Now, check this out: the women's right, your right to choose to do with your body, voter suppression. We might even be. They already took affirmative action away. They said, okay, we don't need any more affirmative action because y'all, well, everybody's together now. We don't have to fight the civil rights movement again. That was the biggest trick, and we got the biggest trick. It was a trick to get us. We not on an equal playing field. So how would I be able to go to places of higher learning when I got discrimination? What about housing? They said they're going to change housing. They're going to change Section 8 I ain't dissing nobody. Public housing, I'm not after you. You deserve to have a place to live and somewhere nice. But they say they're going to change this. No more giving anybody that don't look like them. They're not giving you nothing. Nothing. That means that you got to fend for yourself. If you got a job, you're going to be at a job where you won't have any protections. And this is what I said. What I said. I want to say this too. That really, 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 really concerns me. What's going to happen, not to my generation? I think we, like I said, I'm not saying we old and out of way and decrepit or nothing like that. I tell everybody, I said uh ain't nothing broken, ain't nothing hurting and nothing broke. So don't worry about me. I'm good. I've lived and I've experienced things, but I'm looking at what's getting ready what's going to happen to the new generation, the X, Y's, and the Z's people, Z people, that generation. They always putting a label on stuff. What's going to happen with them when these things change? The liberties that they have now, they won't have. They're telling us in this manifesto, we're getting ready to change things for the white race. We are losing our population. That's why Trump stopped the census. He counted and they counted and they counted more people of color than they did. I'm not against white people. Don't get me wrong. This is your man, y'all up there talking about going to save America and make it great again. America's all right. It didn't need no help from him, especially from a man that has done all these diabolical things and talking about what he's doing. He's a freak. He sit there and tell you on tape, oh, I got Tic Tacs in my mouth, and you need to brush your teeth. Okay, talking about I have to stick some candy in my mouth, and they go crazy about celebrities and superstars, and they gonna kiss. You might want to kiss them and they make you let you do anything they want to you. That sounds like a manipulator. That sounds like somebody that got mind control. That's like somebody got some witchcraft or some hoodoo on you. I could just kiss you with the Tic Tacs in my mouth and you go. I don't see what they look and what they want with the man. The lady on at the trial, Lady BB, if you come on in, I'll see you. I know you're out there. This man think he Romeo. He good lookingest thing in the world, and he's healthy, eating hamburgers and them other burgers from them burger places that ain't paid us for advertising that we solicit every day. I ain't gonna say y'all name. I mean, he's sitting around like he really been influenced by his buddy over there in Russia and his buddy over there in North Korea. And I think the man in China probably going to jump on the bandwagon. There's a billion of them over there. Could you imagine what's going to happen when they change everything? This heritage found, where did they come from? Where these people come from? They got a whole manifesto, and this is their plan, that we will be dumb enough and stupid enough and drink the Kool-Aid enough that we'll fall for it. Come on in here, my co-host, guest co-host, and add on to that. Ain't that amazing to you that these things are going to happen? Things are about to change like never before.
It's not amazing to me. I think it's alarming, and not trying to be funny. It's very
So you're being
alarming.
nice. You're being
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I
I'm
have to be
going.
because I have to be because you'll put me off the radio, James. If I
No,
act like
you
I
ain't going nowhere. Where you going? Where you
if
going?
I
You ain't
say what
going
I
nowhere.
really
You
want to
better.
say. But yeah,
Oh, okay. I
it's
can't let you
alarming.
do that.
It's
Yeah,
it's alarming
yeah.
what they're trying to do. And if everybody pay attention, they're already doing it slowly but surely. This is the first time in a lot since the what 50s or 60s. I say the 60s. This is 50s. This is the first time that a young person can graduate high school and college and still have to stay at home with their parents because they can't afford to leave home. And we were talking about this yesterday about how when we were in high school, we already had a plan when you entered high school, because I was born in the middle 60s, and so me and you are
Okay,
probably around the same age. And so when we
okay,
were I remember when I was in high school, when I was in the 10th grade, I was planning my life out. We had vocational classes in high school. So if you didn't want to go to college because everybody is not college material, you had a vocation class that you could take so that you could be prepared whenever you graduated to get out into the world and make it. It's not like that anymore. They've taken a lot of the vocational classes out. They're taking out a lot of the history out, so the kids don't know, what's happened in the past. And you can't go forward if you don't know where you come from. And this Project 2025 is one of the scariest documents I've ever saw. And I hope and pray that somebody take a snapshot of what the actual plan is, because it's 900 pages, and it's 900
Yeah.
pages for a reason. That's to deter you
Hmm.
not to read it. But
That's
it,
right.
it's only about 4 or 5 pages that actually give you the actual plan of what's really going on. So I think, James, if you can, or just an ideal, if you'll be able to go through there and pull out, I think it's in the 400 pages, like
Uh-huh.
420 or something like that. If you go to page 400 and it actually give you the plan, I think somebody should actually get the plan and do shows about what they're really actually going to do. Put it out
Well,
front, and I think the Democratic Party need to do the same thing. Somebody need to put this
well,
out front and start breaking it down so people can really understand what the plan
well.
is.
I'm not through. I'm not through with it. I did listen. We're living. They're getting ready to have the Republicans are getting ready to go to Milwaukee, a place that they talked about, a place that Donald Trump called a place, a dumping ground or junkyard or whatever. He talked about the people there, call it a low life city and all that other stuff. And they're going there, and they're having their convention up there. I don't. I think they wanted to go to Green Bay or somewhere else that would be a little bit friendly to them. And in Chicago, the Democrats are going. I don't want a repeat of 1960. I wasn't in 1968. I was a little bitty boy, and but there was some horrific things that went on in that convention. It was so divided. People was acting crazy. President Johnson said he wasn't going to run no more. Then they had lost the Kennedy boy. They lost Dr. King. And that, I mean, they tried to really, really. Now, I think that they had a plan then. That's just another show. Listen, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. I said what I said is here. Lady BB, prepare yourself to come in if you're still with us, please. I hope that you are, and we'll get you in on right terms. I mean, turn down your radio on all your devices. I want you to be able to hear everything because we'll get broadcast feedback. You're listening to WKRA's Morning Takeover with James and Wisdom. Wisdom is out right now and enjoying herself. She has some much needed time off. I said what I said from YouTube, a YouTuber, broadcaster, and commentator that's here with me, and she's our guest host. I'm so glad to have her here. We're waiting for others. In the chat, you will see the link. And those of you that got some comments, don't y'all be all in the bushes and hiding. And can you better speak up, because soon after November, if it goes like they want it to go, we might not be on the air. We might not be able to have the freedom of press and the freedom of speech that we have. So let me go ahead and we're going to take this break and we'll be right back.
Wisdom's daughter and James Mack are dominating the airways with the morning takeover on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Would you like to advertise your business on the radio? We're seeking sponsors for the morning takeover. Space is limited, so act now. Send an email to morningtakeoverjw@gmail.com for more information. You're listening to The Morning Takeover with Wisdom's daughter and James Mack on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. You're listening to The Morning Takeover with Wisdom's daughter and James Mack on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Breaking news, current events, and trending stories on The Morning Takeover at 9.
And we're back. We're back on uh, this great morning takeover. The morning after the fireworks and the celebration and the blue Kool-Aid and the other colors and uh, the the scotch and water and all those other things. I like scotch a little bit. I do have a beverage every now and then, but I didn't let it get out of hand. And those fireworks, I mean, I thought it was World War III outside. It was blam, boom, and all those other things. And I went to sleep and slept well. I had a wonderful rest. I want to say something. I met two young people, and next week we're going to showcase them. And I said what I said. I want you to I want you to kind of stick around when we come back on next week. I'll contact you and let you know. There are young people that are really trying to do some things and stay out of trouble. All young people are not what they quote unquote call hooligans and degenerates. And I refuse to let anybody talk about young people, especially young people that are trying to do something. I thought about something. I said, I got this platform that I've been blessed to be on for now going into our 6 week next week. And I said, I want to be able to be a blessing and an encouragement to some young people. So I was coming up to the street, and these young people had put up a tent, a little tent. You know how y'all got these pop up? We got these pop up tents, and we sit up under them when we go to the blues shows and all those other things. And there are two young men. They're twins. Twins. They're so adorable, and I'm going to get this flyer in on our YouTube page so you can see. And I want to do something. I'm putting this out here right now. Sometimes we never know what kind of encouragement we can be to young people. And they got a little candy stand. I said what I said. You remember the candy lady?
Yes,
They
sir.
well, that's what I used to call it. And you go get your Chico. I mean, I ain't gonna give them no credit because they ain't gave us no advertisement or nothing. You go get your penny candy, your cookies, and your ice cups and all those other things. Well, these young people are getting ready to go back to school next month, and I'm going to go down and on one of our broadcast days, I'm going to do this live, and I'm going to go down there, and I want you all to support these young people. They spent about, say, maybe $60 or $70. They got some cookies and some things like that. I just want to do something special for them. I'm gonna put a challenge out there. Let's buy up everything that they got. That means get your cash app. They're gonna have it. Their mother is down there. Their mother's name is Sheree, and she's down there. Wonderful woman taking care of her children. Her son say, "Well, we'll get our school supply money and everything, and we'll go out and we'll got lemonade and all kinds of things." So I want to do something special for them. I think I can. This is the morning takeover. So we're gonna take over their little stand. And those of you that will assist me, those of you that are a part of the morning takeover, we're going down there. I'm gonna go down there live, and right in front. I ain't gonna tell y'all their address or nothing, so y'all won't be bothering them folks. Get your twos and threes together, and we're gonna go down there, and we're going to be good to those young people, and let's be an encouragement. You may can't help everybody, and we can't do everything for everybody, but we can just show our love. And hopefully, you never know who you might need, who they going to be in life. They could be your doctor, your lawyer, maybe the police or something. God help us that we keep our country together. You never know what they might be. So I want you all to, I'm going to put it out later on in the weekend. I said what I said. I want you on the air with me then to enjoy me, you, and wisdom. And we're going to get Lady BB also to come in. And we're just going to do a day of encouragement. We're going to bust a move on them. And we're just going to buy up everything on the table. And listen, I ain't told them nothing yet. They ain't listening to me or nothing. I ain't going to put the plan out there. So that's what I want to do. But these, in our last segment here, I want you all to come in, and I want you to be able to express yourselves and give your comments. Don't let me do all the talk. Y'all be talking about me too. Say James, he'd be on top of folks, and he'd be talking and saying all kinds of things and everything. So I want you all to come into our chat, and if you want to come on and express yourself, I'm going to put our link in the chat that you can come in live. And I'm going to identify you. Don't do no cussing and say bad words or anything like that. Just come in express yourself while you can, because we might not have this opportunity uh, come next year. I want to get it all out right now. So the link is in the chat. Also, our pages, and somebody said this, I don't, our pages are not monetized, and we're working out our advertising here, but we do need your assistance in some things that we're going to be doing. And on the screen, you'll see our Wisdom and I's our Cash App, and we need we're going to be updating some of our equipment. We're going to be doing some things to help. Summer is not over. There's some things that I would like to do, and I want you to partner up with us. I don't have at this time. We haven't set up memberships and all of those other things, but the fastest way that you can assist us in doing what we do is to cash up. Don't be, give what you can. I'm not like the preacher. I ain't talking about the preacher. I ain't gonna say give me the $1,000 line and the $5,000. I ain't gonna do all of that. Whatever, however you've been blessed, however you have been able to do, share with us, and I guarantee you it will go to a great length. Thank you to Lady BB. Thank you to Yvonne Moore. Thank you to Sharon Reed, people that have assisted us. It takes a lot to produce the show. I'm not begging, trust me. I'm just saying thank you to people that have shown their love. And I said what I said, I owe you a debt of gratitude, sister, for being here with us, because you keep things going. Wisdom is taking a rest. She needs to rest and recharge her batteries and everything. She's had such great responsibilities that have been given unto her. And we want to continue to lift her up and let her know that we miss her. Don't we miss her? I said what I said. We miss her, don't we? We miss her. I know
Yes,
you
and
do.
I
Don't.
seen her video. I seen her 4th of July video, and she said, she was working a lot. And so I totally
Yeah.
understand that, because when I was in the workforce, I was grinding hard too. I worked for like 37 years, and I'm
What, you
very
grind
young.
hard? You was a grinder. You
Yes,
got your
sir.
grind on.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was grinding. I was grinding, going to school,
Uh,
having kids, being married. I was very busy. So I totally understand.
okay.
And I do appreciate the opportunity just to even speak and to share my
Yeah.
thoughts, and I hope I don't offend anybody, because sometimes I'm just like
Don't
you,
don't.
James. I get very
You ain't got.
passionate.
You don't. Yeah, you ain't got
Well,
to apologize. We just gonna tell the truth. If we don't tell the truth, I said what I said. If we don't tell the truth and let
right.
people know what's going on, it's our responsibility. And we got these platforms, and people do it with foolishness and gossip. And so I don't want to know what P Diddy doing. He do what he do. Let the courts handle him. And I don't, all these people and what Blue, whatever the person is, and the girl that got the new country album out and all that. So they rich, they got what they want to. For now, they are. I want to educate, and I want to encourage and inspire our community and our community of listeners. Listen, I know that there are people that are not black people that listen to our show, and this is not a knock on the head or anything like that, trying to separate people or anything like that. No, that's not what we're trying to do. The reason that we're targeting and the reason that we're doing what we're doing is because for so long, the people that look like me have been disenfranchised and been just slung everywhere and don't know what to do. We've been trying to fight to get into the society that we live in and try to live in harmony. But somewhere along the line, people thought that we're three-fourths of a person and we're not human. I like to serve notice on those people. We are more than human. We are whole people. We are good, great people. We are people that have built and contributed to the wonders of this country. If it were not for my ancestors, if it were not for people that have paved the way for me to be on media and broadcasting and doing what we do, we would be in trouble. For my station CEO, Miss Raven Autry, who has a wonderful young woman that is doing a great job in the community by bringing the people, helping people was her standard that she has. She said, I want to help somebody. And something, there was a song that they said Dr. King liked, and it was sang at his memorial by the great Mahalia Jackson. And it says, if I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living won't be in vain. I won't want to be this old and decrepit or whatever. I ain't gonna be decrepit. I just got gray hair and everything. You know, I'm a handsome guy. I'm going. If you don't think you're handsome and look good, that's your problem. I know I look great and feel great, and thank God I got the activities of my limb. But if I can help somebody, if I can encourage somebody like these young people that we're going to help next weekend, people that might need to be stretched out. There's a young woman in the Memphis Shelby County area that has a great organization. I said what I said. She's the executive director and the founder of Sister to Sister. She goes out into the community and help women fight back and break free from addiction. It's enough that we got to deal with the orange man with the orange hair that's getting ready to, if he get in and he do things like that. But people, we got things on our mind and things on our heart, and they want us to turn to that foolishness out in the street. And she's helping people, and we're going to talk about people helping people. We're going to spotlight these people and organizations and young people and men and women. That's why I say, if you really want a place to get your message out, we have an audience well over 180,000 people that are watching and people that are listening on the air. Let us do some things. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Take some of that tithe and offering money and do something great with it. Take some of that you give to the Red Cross. We give to everybody, and we give to folks, and we give to all kinds of things. They be jingling the bell and everything, and those organizations do help around Christmas time. Those charities that help out and everything. Let us try to do something to help somebody else. And I said what I said. You know, even in our grind, we grind hard. We need to grind hard now by getting this information out. Now, as we, I want to come on in and reel this in, and I want to give you an opportunity to chime in on this. This they say in 180 days of this playbook, and I said what I said. I want you to chime in on this. They said that they're getting ready to, with all of their scholars and with these terrible people. I'm going to mention who they are. These are the authors and the people that are in the forefront. They say that this guy, he was the former acting Secretary of Defense, Christopher Miller, the former Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security, Ken Cuccinelli. He sounds like something strange. And this man that's in jail right now, they got contempt of Congress, Peter Navarro. He was the top aide to the orange man with the orange hair. And they say these are the people that he gonna pardon, Peter Navarro, and let Cuccinelli and Miller come in there, and they're going to be the architects and the people that going to, in the 180 days, they're going to put this thing in effect. Then they got these organizations also called the Merit. Listen to how they saying, they just luring people in by thinking they all that. And these organizations are for everybody in America. They are not for everybody in America. They're for a superior white race. That's not America. The America that I know, the America that I'm living in right now today, and yeah, we had to go through some things to get where we are today, but they don't speak for America. They call it the America First Legal, the Public Interest for Legal Foundation. Then they put the women in there. Look at what they're doing. They said the Moms for Liberty. And these some huge groups, right wing, dark money. And why they call it dark money? Everything, the black cat, the black magic, everything black, they call it worse. And they call, and then everything good, white magic and white cloud toilet paper and all that other stuff. They ain't got nothing. They always talk about, and then they call the disarrayment and all the craziness Black Friday and all that. Why y'all messing with our color? Like, don't be getting on me because I'm dark and everything. You know that all that food, the black cat run across you and you get bad. No, why it got to be black? And everything, the witches in the black hat and the black garb, and she's flying on the broom, and the other one, the good witch. You got to watch these good witches, okay? The one that was like in the Wizard of Oz. They say Glinda, the good witch, but you have Miss Thing over here that had all of the, the green one was doing all that evil and stuff, and had the monkeys and stuff flying, all that old stuff. Y'all know about all that. They make a distinction. Oh, what's black's not right, but was even in the dictionary they had it years ago. Black is darkness, the pit of hell, and all this. White is pure, and they ain't white. It's pink. You ain't, they various color, and you get out there and put your skin out there, and get to burning up and everything, you be red. But aside from all that, I said what I said. I want to say this. One, I do thank you for being here, and two, I want you to elaborate, and feel free to elaborate on the seriousness of us learning about, in your own words, learning about and being familiar with this document. Go ahead.
Yes, James, I feel like it's very important that we all get involved. And I want to say something about the young people. This is one of the first times that I've ever seen that the young people, it's more young people involved than what we think. And the Biden won with the Black community and the young people. That's who put him in the White House. And so we're gonna have to band together, and women, young people, and anybody of any race. It doesn't matter, because it's gonna have to be us against them, and us is gonna have to include the whole, everybody, black, white, green, purple, yellow, and orange. We're gonna have to fight this, because even like I said, even if he doesn't win this time, the Republicans are very relentless at getting what they want, and they're very patient. A lot of times, Democrats play checkers, but the Republicans always play chess. It's the long game with them, and they're willing to wait for their time to get what they want. And as far as Stephen Miller and Ken what's his name, Kukarachi, or whatever his name is.
Kucherot, you might well call him a Kucherot something. Maybe something. Go ahead.
you know, um, Trump fired him when he was in office. Everybody that he hired, Peter Navarro, he didn't fire him, and Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller was the one who helped architect all of this. Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, and Peter Navarro. It's like these people are in a cult, and they're hooked, and it's like they can't stop, and they're going to march on, and they're going to get power by any means necessary, just like that man from the Heritage Foundation said. If the Democrats allow it, we're going to be in charge, and there won't be any bloodshed. So you have to look at the code words that they're using. Every time they speak, it's always a dog whistle, and we're going to have to learn the dog whistles, because they're not going to come out blatantly and say it, but it's the code words that they use that you have to be familiar with. um, this is a disaster for America, and anybody who think that this is going to be for them is wrong. He's talking about retaliating against the media. So these social media platforms that we're speaking on today, we may not be able to do that next year. Like you said, we're not going to have freedom of speech anymore. Is We're not going to have freedom of choice anymore. All the Democrat states that still have abortion, it's going to be a national abortion, so nobody is going to be able to get one regardless of the situation. um, it's going to be You're going to have to live a white Christian life, and any other religion you can just throw that out the window, because that's not going to be accepted. So anybody that's not on board, then I feel like they're going to try to, they're going to just disregard us, and do whatever they want to do to shut us down. The media is not really portraying this the way that they need to portray it. They're not getting the message out. They're acting like that Trump is a normal candidate, and he's not. This is a very unhinged, dangerous man that they're willing to put in office, that has 34 felonies, already one conviction. One conviction, and he have three more trials to go. He's only running so that he don't have to go to jail. That's his main objective. If you guys remember, he jumped in the race when as soon as Biden took office. Well, first of all, he never really left office. He left office, but he's been trying to run this country ever since he's got put out the presidency. Ever since we fired him, he's still been trying to be relevant, and he's trying to make his voice known. And they've been planning this ever since he left office. And I truly believe if he do get back in office again, he'll never leave. He's gonna be like Putin. He's not gonna leave. And if anybody want to know what the playbook is, just look at Russia, look at China, look at North Korea, look at any country that has a ruler, and that's gonna be America if we allow this guy to be in office. And we're gonna have to win big so that we can put some like I said, they need to tune up this constitution and put some laws around the presidency because it's all too wide open. I don't know any corporation in America that would hire a felon with 34 felonies, but he's able to be the president of the United States. So make that make sense to me. You can't, even if you have one felony, a lot of companies won't even hire you, but they want to hire him to be the high, for the highest job in the nation with the most power. And so it's, to me, it's a cult, and whatever he say is gonna go. And as soon as Steve Bannon get out of office, the march is on. And people gonna have to wake up. We're gonna have to all band together, and we're gonna have to fight this and fight this together. Clarence Thomas and Byron Donalds, they're thinking because they're on that side of the that they're on Trump's side that they're going to be okay. But as soon as they take office, they may have to get a divorce because they don't want interracial marriage. And so Thompson in the Supreme Court, they're setting it up so that he can do what he want to do. They're laying the format out for him. Just take a look at everything and how everything is going. All the federal judges that he installed, the Supreme Court, they're all on board with this, and they're laying the foundation for him to run this country the way they want to. All because Clarence Thomas wants some money. He's trading our freedoms for money, and he knows that I don't want to call him. Well, he is old. I'm gonna just put it out there. He's old. He don't have that long to be on the Supreme Court. He'll probably retire, and he think it's not going to affect him. And that's just the way that Hitler did it. He made it appear that everything was going to be grand, and everybody,
Mhm.
the city is going to be paved with gold, and everybody's going to be happy. But when in actuality, he was a bad man, and he
Yeah.
put people in concentration camps, discriminated against the Jews, and killed unalived a lot of people. So we all need to wake up, and we all going to have to fight this. And I feel like we're going to have to fight this not just this time around. We're going to have to continue to fight this. This is not going to be a one-on fight. I
Yeah.
also put my email
I
address in the
I
back
got you.
chat.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I check that check the private chat. I got you. That,
Okay.
you said a lot of things that that resonated with me. Um, People, this is serious. This is some serious business. And in the midst of all that's going on, you said something. I said what I said. You said that Donald's guy in Florida and Clarence, uh, Uncle Tom Thomas. Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna say this too. They used to have, and they think that they not going to be subjected to what is going on, or they think they go, and they do not want to make. Now they might let them slide and keep their little people that they have in their life because they give that to them as a reward that they can be. But there was something that's called the house Negro and the field Negro. Yeah, I said it. Skin folk, not kin folks. Talking about the black community. You better wake up and see because the ones that are going to really be affected by this is the black community, that people that look like me and look like you. And I love my neighbors. I have people that don't look like me that are neighbors, they're good neighbors, and they're appalled by what's going on. They really frightened. They say, "Man, you mean tell me we won't be able to talk to each other or anything?" Yeah, you might be able to talk to me and everything, but I won't have the rights that you have. You could call the way they saying you can call the police on me, and they say, "Well, you said something to a superior person. You're not superior anymore," and you shut up, and they might put us in cages and concentration camps, and I ain't going. They're gonna have a problem with me. They're gonna have to drag me, and I'm gonna have to do something. I ain't going for it. But as I look at this, there are people that are disguised out there that they just like they did the gentleman in Georgia that has the barber shop, hoodwinked him and got him to flag some money in his face and say, "Hey, man, we'll take over your whole shop." And not for the good, not to help him economically. We're going to help, and we're going to have a forum to help minority. But one, let me explain something to you. This is why it's happening, and don't get it twisted. We are not the minority anymore. People of color are not we are the majority. That's why they're doing what they're doing. They feel threatened. They saying, well, black people are taking over, and colored people and Latinos, and these people are taking over, and they taking our way of life away from us. First of all, you stole the country, okay? Y'all came over here and took it from the Indians, and y'all upset everything and brought the diseases and all those other things, and you got the nerve to say, this is your country? No, there was some thieves that did this. Saying all of that, I'm glad to be where I am in this country. I'm glad to live here and to be raised here and have the opportunities that I have, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not hollering about that. I'm not asking you to give me nothing. James Brown said it. One of my really y'all look it up there, you Gen X's and Y's and Z's and peoples. Y'all look that up, go Google it. He said, James Brown, the Godfather of soul, God rest his spirit. He says, I don't want nobody giving me nothing. Open up the door, I get it myself. The door is cracked. My foot is in there, and I got a log, and I said what I said is with me. I got Wisdom's daughter with me. I got BB with me. I got Yvonne is with me. I need some men to get up. Y'all wake them guys up that's around y'all and tell them to get up so I can call their name too. I got my brother Charlie, and I got Sam, and I got all of my brother Lee. I got to call somebody. I got my pastors. I got my buddy Bert Kennison. God bless you, Bert. Well, yeah, I love you, man. That's my dearest friend, one of my dearest friends. We got to stand up, men, and get off of our tail and do something too. We can't just let the sisters be fighting for us and we sitting back. We ain't bring nothing to the table. Ain't it something bad when you go to the table and you done made the dinner and everything, and here comes somebody, he comes to the door, he ain't got nothing in his hand, ain't got nothing to drink, ain't got the tablecloth, ain't got no spoons or even the paper plates or nothing. Just come and eat. We got to stop being greedy men and get off of our tail and stand up with the people that are standing with us. If it wasn't for the black woman, I'm going to tell the truth, we would be lost. But we want to degrade her. We want to do the things terrible and say terrible things and say that other people of other nationalities look better than them. When God made the black woman, he made the most beautiful thing and most wonderful thing in the world. Y'all can say what you want to say about me. I'm going to tell the truth. We got to stand together hand in hand. You thought the civil rights movement was something. Oh, no. This is deeper than that. It's deeper than anything that we've ever been through. It's right next to slavery because they're trying to take us back. I ain't going. I ain't picking that piece of cotton. I ain't going to be nobody's free labor. I don't work for free. You ought not work for free either. I ask people and I let you know that you want people to have the entrepreneurs that have businesses. They liable to take your business. Those people that are trying to make it and have companies and working in Fortune 500 companies, they'll throw you out of there. Why? Because their way of life has been upset. Sounds just like Germany. Sounds just like Mussolini and them over there in Italy. It sounds just like that man that was the emperor of Japan. Now it ain't in Japan. It's over there in China. They sitting there waiting. Now, we got to take over. Why y'all want to bother us for? What did we do to you other than to work your fields and to build your buildings and to wash your sheets and to scrub your toilets and iron your clothes, and you forcibly SA'd us and SA'd our families and all that stuff and treat us like we dog. You treat your dog better than some people treat their dogs better than they treat people. That's a shame.
James, don't forget about
Yes,
everything that black people build up, they tear it down.
yes,
Every black town, because when people were, we've had several black towns that was prosperous, that was thriving. It was one in Arkansas, and I forgot the other state that we had this prominent black town. Maybe Oklahoma. I'm not really sure.
it was
Because
Oklahoma. Yeah, Oklahoma.
was
The
it
Black Wall
Oklahoma?
Street.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Black
it's
Wall
Oklahoma.
Street, and they tear it down. Any black leader that we have, they take him out. Any
Yeah,
progress that we make, they affirmative action is gone. So anything,
yeah.
even if we're not asking for reparations, and a lot of people, want to get up there and say reparations. Well, you're not going to get any reparations. I'm going to just tell you that right now. Forget reparations. Think about just
I
trying
ain't
to
gonna.
thrive and survive right now, because they're never going to give you anything. But anything we've ever achieved or accomplished, it's gone. They, one way or the other, they make sure that they eliminate it. They do not want us in power. They do not want us owning anything, and they don't want us um just being free and being happy. They don't want us to thrive at all. It's like they want to give us crumbs, keep us at the bottom, and meanwhile while they move up. And another thing, anytime Trump do anything with black people, it's always a prop. If he got black people in his audience, he paid those people to be there, just like he did with that barbershop stunt. The owner didn't even know what was really going on with that. But he shouldn't even agree for Trump to even come to his barbershop. He should have just turned him down altogether and told him, no, don't come over here. And so people just got to understand, anything that this man do and he say is for the people of color, it's always going to be a prop. It's not that many black people supporting him. And I'm not that afraid that we're going to lose no matter what shape Joe Biden is in, because they pissed off a lot of women with this abortion. This thing is huge, and it's a lot of women and men that is upset about this. And nobody wants uh, a federal law for abortion. They're always talking about freedom this and freedom that, but meanwhile they're stripping every freedom that we ever had. And like you said, they're trying to take us back, and I refuse to go back. And I am going to fight. I'm going to fight as hard as I can. I'm going to get the word out as much as I can, and I'm going to do my part to, because I really been kind of sitting back. Um, I worked the phone banks one time, I tried to get Beto elected, but I'm actually going to get busy this time too, because I think our democracy is just that important. And you don't have to do anything big. You can stay at home and work. You can
Hey,
work the phone
well,
banks and
yeah,
help with
yeah.
the election, and then you can just rally people. You can send donations. It's a lot of things you
Yeah,
can do where you don't have to, where you don't have to physically, be out there knocking on doors.
that's true. Well, listen, time has passed us. Join us on Monday. I said what I said was my guest host. I'm indebted to you, sister, and I'm grateful that you joined me. We on radio time, so we're going to have to go. Thank you, everybody that's in the chat. Hey, support our channel. Twos and Frues are wanted, and we need them. Support our channel. You see our cash apps are there. We're not monetized on YouTube, but we're grateful for YouTube giving us this opportunity that we have. And I thank you. This is WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. James and Wisdom on the morning takeover with my guest host. I said what I said. We're going to have to get that together. I'll be in touch with you. We love you. Love somebody. Enjoy your weekend, but y'all get that manifesto and find out what's going on. You're listening to the morning takeover, as I said, on WKRA. We'll talk to you and we'll see you on Monday. And be good to somebody, love somebody, and enjoy what you're doing with this life that we have. And I'll talk to you. See you on Monday.
Wisdom's daughter and James Mack are dominating the airways with the morning takeover on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Would you like to advertise your business on the radio? We're seeking sponsors for the Morning Takeover. Space is limited, so act now. Send an email to morningtakeoverjw@gmail.com for more information. You're listening to The Morning Takeover with Wisdom's Daughter and James Mack on 92.7 WKRA FM, your station for information and inspiration. Wisdom's Daughter and James